Good morning, grade R's. Welcome to your first virtual class of 2021. Today we are doing day 4 and 5, week 1. Let's get started. Good morning, parents. The following work is last week Thursday and Friday's work that we need to catch up. Please follow the video for 100% completion. Remember, this is 2 days work in one, so please ensure that you do take breaks in between, pause the video or go out and carry on where you left off, because this is 2 days work in one and we don't want the little ones to burn out. Now, we are going to start with life skills. This is day 4, week 1, and our theme is me. So obviously, we are going to talk about all your favorite things. First, I want you to write your date, 21 January. Look at the kitty cat lines and remember you write with your writing pencil. Let's start. Our first one is my favorite drink and snack. Tell mommy and daddy what is your favorite drink and snack. Let them write down the name and see if you can write down the name on the given line. Our next question is, my favorite color is. Now, go through all your colors and look which one is your favorite one. Then, color in the crayon your favorite color. Our next one is, my favorite pet. Again, tell mommy and daddy what is your favorite pet. Let them write down the name for you and then you go and copy the name onto the given line. Remember to color in your pictures. And lastly, my favorite TV show is. Now, this one's a fun one. If you can draw your favorite TV show, you should draw it in the TV screen. Now, on this page, you are going to go and write my favorite physical activity. Remember, you write it with your writing pencil. Just follow the dotted lines neatly. Then, on this line, you are going to write what is your favorite activity. In this block, you'll be drawing a picture of your favorite activity. Your favorite activity could be doing jumping jacks, skipping rope, and even swimming. And don't forget kicking a ball. Now, on to the next page. We are on day 5 now. This is Friday. So your date is the 22nd of January. Today we are doing I am special. Now at the bottom they say you must make your handprint below. Now I gave you all finger paint. You must use a little bit of finger paint. You can choose whatever color you want to use. Then you paint your hand. Remember, you're only going to paint one hand. Or if your hands are small enough, you can do both hands. Make sure they fit on the page. Please, parents, supervise while this activity is being done so that there is no spillage or wastage. And also remember, the paint is wet. Don't close your books and let it out to dry. Now, on to our next page. Why do you think you are special? Because your eye color is. Now, Mam's eye colors are brown. Quickly run to the mirror and see what is your eye color and color in the eyes. Our next one, I wear a size 6. Ma'am wears a size 6 shoe. Quickly run to your cupboard and look, what size is your shoes? I am tall. Okay, now this gets a little bit complicated. Ask mommy or daddy to measure you, and then you write exactly how tall you are on the given line. And lastly, I have my own fingerprint. Again, take your finger paint and only paint your thumb. And then you give a nice fingerprint in the given block, like mine. Okay, We are still on Friday's work. Remember to write your date. It is still the 22nd of January. In the picture below, it says, draw a picture of you in the photo frame, your very own portrait. So, go and look in the mirror if you maybe forgotten how you look, and then draw a pretty picture of you in the frame. Remember, the world is full of colors, so use your coloring pencils to draw your picture. Next, Ma'am gave you gum papers. So, rip pieces of paper and paste it in the picture below. Remember, when we rip pieces of paper, they must be as big as our fingernails. And then we stick it within the biscuit man. Very good. Now we are on to our next subject. Remember to take breaks in between. Firstly, we're going to write our date, the 21st of January. Now we are back on Thursday's work, but for English. It says, paste all the objects that start with the letter A in the happy face block, and paste all the objects starting with other letters in the sad face block. Are you ready to start your exercise? Very good. Let's start. Now, let's look at these pictures. All of these pictures are at the back of your book. So Mommy and Daddy, please cut out the page nicely so that the learners can cut out their own pictures. Let's quickly go through all the pictures. Our first picture is an ambulance. Then we have a leaf, a fish, dog, ball, ant, alligator, and lastly, a donut. Let's start cutting out our pictures. Remember to cut out nicely on the frame. Now, let's start with our activity. Our first picture is an ambulance. Can you say ambulance? Yes, very good. Now, what letter does ambulance start with? It starts with an A. So that means we need to stick our ambulance in the happy block because it starts with an A. Next, we have our leaf. Say leaf. Good. Now, what letter does leaf start with? A L for lion and leaf. So we paste it in the sad block because we are only looking for pictures that start with an A. Our next picture is a fish. Say fish. Good. What letter does fish start with? A F. So if it starts with a F, where are we going to paste it? In the sad block because we are only looking for pictures that start with A. This is our next picture, a dog. You know what a dog is. Say dog. Good. What letter does dog start with? It starts with a D. So we are going to stick it in the sad block because it doesn't start with an A. Now we have a ball. Say ball. What does ball start with? A B. And what pictures are we looking for? Pictures that start with an A. Are we going to stick it in the block of the happy face? No. It's going to the sad face because it starts with a B. Our next picture is an ant. Say ant. Very good. What letter does ant start with? Yes, it starts with an A. And we can stick another picture in our happy face block. Our next picture is an alligator. Say alligator. Very, very good. Where are we going to stick our alligator? In the happy face block or the sad face block? Very, very good. We are sticking it in our happy face block. Now, our next picture is a donut. Say donut. Good. What letter does donut start with? A D. Now, where does the donut go? Yes, in the sad face block. Very, very good, grade noughts. We have completed Thursday's page. Now, this is the finishing page of our exercise. Make sure your page looks like this. Okay, now for our next exercise, I want you to trace the letter A and complete all of them. Remember how we write a letter A? All around, up and down on the same line. And remember, we write with our writing pencil. Then we're going to try writing the letter A on our own without tracing lines. And then, while you are at it, practice writing your name in the bottom kitty cat line. Now, day 5, Friday's work for English, the 22nd of January. Remember to write your date with your writing pencil. Now, for this exercise, it says color in all the objects starting with the letter A. Now, let's go through our picture and see which ones start with A. We have an apple. Now, what does apple start with? Very good. Apple starts with A. So, can we color in our apple? Yes, of course you can, because it starts with the letter A. Our next picture is a frog. Say frog. Can you hear what letter frog starts with? Yes, the letter F. Are we going to color in our frog? No, because we are only looking for pictures that start with A. Next, we have a jellyfish. What letter is at the beginning of jellyfish? A J. Are we going to color in our jellyfish? No, because remember, we are only looking for pictures that start with A. Now we have an ambulance. Does ambulance start with the letter A? Yes, very, very good. Color in your ambulance nicely. Now we have an acorn. Say acorn. What letter does acorn start with? Very good. It starts with the letter A. Color it in nice and brown. Our next picture is an alligator. Does alligator start with the letter A? Yes, it starts with the letter A. So that means we can color it in. Now we have a bat. What do you hear in the beginning of bat? We hear the letter B. Are we going to color in our bat? No, because we are only looking for pictures with A. Now we have an ant. What does ant start with? Very good. It starts with the letter A. So am I going to color it in? Yes. Color it in nicely in between the lines. Now we have a drum. What does drum start with? A D. D for dog, D for door, and D for drum. Are we going to color it in? No, we are not, because it does not start with the A. Our next picture is an astronaut. Do you know an astronaut? Yes, it's the man that goes to space. Does astronaut start with an A? Very, very good. Yes, it does. So color in your astronaut. Now we have a heart. Does a heart start with an A? No, but what does it start with? Yes, it starts with a H for hat, and heart, and home. Our last picture is an axe. What letter does an axe start with? Yes, you heard correctly. It starts with an A. Very, very good, grade noughts. You have completed your whole A and all the pictures. Now, for our next page, it says, color in the letter A and the picture that starts with A. Let's look at what we have. Here by our letters, we have an A and a F. Remember, you must only color in the A because we are learning letter A. And then in our picture, we have an apple and we have a water droplet. Which picture starts with the letter A? Yes, an apple. So you only color in the apple. Don't forget to write A is for apple and follow the dotted lines with your writing pencil. Now for some mathematics. Parents, on this page, we need Unifix blocks to complete this. Please don't worry about this page. I will let the children do it in class and then I can assess them on it. Now, our next page of maths. This is Friday's maths. So it is the 22nd of January. Remember to write your date with a writing pencil. Now, it says cross out all the shapes that do not match in each row. Let's go through all the shapes and all the rows. Our first row, what shape is this? Yes, this is a row of squares. But now there is one square that does not match, or one shape that does not match. Can you identify the shape? Very good. Cross out this shape because this is not a square. Our next row of shapes. Do you know what shape this is? Very good. This is a triangle row. Do you see which shape does not match in this triangle row? Very good, you spotted. Now cross it out with your writing pencil. Our next row. Can you identify these shapes? Yes, it's a row of circles, but oh no, there's one that is not a circle. Can you see which one doesn't match? Very good, the last one. That's not a circle, that's an oval. Remember to cross it out with your writing pencil. And our last row of shapes. Can you identify what row of shapes this is? These are rectangles. Can you see which shape is not a rectangle? Very good. It's the last one. Cross it out. Now, our next page. The monkey says, grab your finger paint and trace the shapes. Let's go through our first shape. Our first shape is a square. Now, look on the right. And here is the square of the dotted lines that you trace over. Now, parents, you must please remember when working with the finger paint, you need to use it only a little bit. Please supervise while the finger paint is in use. And after it has been used, let it out to dry. Our next shape is a circle. Very good. Here is the shape with the dotted lines. Choose a different color and do the circle with your finger paint. Our third shape is a triangle. Well done. Now use another shape to do your triangle. And our last shape is a rectangle. Now you have used 4 colors to complete your shapes. All of the dotted lines should be completed, and if you want, you can color in the shapes with finger paint. But remember, only a little bit of finger paint. Well done, Grade Noughts. You have completed today's work. I am so very proud of you. Tomorrow we will carry on with this week 2's work. So don't worry, we'll catch you all right up. Parents, all please remember to like our YouTube channel and also our Facebook page. Remember, there is telephone numbers attached to this picture. If you are in need, just give us a phone call. Goodbye.